Hey everybody, Steve Ritter. No, this is not the mountain here. This is just some cool rock formations I saw on the way out there. It's pretty cool. It makes for some nice pictures. Now I have the drive up. I'm going to head up to the top of the Jebel Hafeet, show you some cool views up there, talk a little bit of commentary on the way up there. Hope you can hear okay. I had talking in the car there, so let's get to it. Jebel Hafeet. This is the tallest mountain in Abu Dhabi, one of the tallest in the UAE. So right now the temperature is 44 C outside. Let's see what it is when we get to the top. It'll be a lot cooler. There's a hotel up at the top. So William and I came out here about, I guess it's 6 years now. Over 6 years ago. Came out, rode up to the top. It's a nice little drive. Different than sand dunes and desert. Some mountains here. Lots of roundabouts here. There. Very nice palace. So the story is that when Zayed, who's the father of their country, he's like their George Washington. When he was a young man, he was raised in Al Ain. And it was said that he came out here quite a bit, would hike up to the top of the mountain and sit up there and think about things. Sure, kind of got his mind set on visions of what he'd like to see the UAE become, Abu Dhabi specifically. So at that point in time, a completely separate emirate. If you start feeling queasy, car sick, just look away. This is a windy road. So apparently they use this as part of a bicycle ride. So it's the bicycle race, and they'll race up to the top, kind of leaning into the turn here. It's pretty steep. I don't know that I'd want to ride up this thing on a bicycle. Be a lot more fun riding down it, that's for sure. Snow here. Well, actually, I guess it does. They do get snow from time to time. Once in every few years or so, they'll get some sprinkles of snow, especially up here at the higher elevations of the mountains. So, nice little rest area. It's a nice view. Get up to the top, we'll show you the view from up there. It's pretty nice. You can see the country of Oman in the distance. there. Look at that. Back off to the west. $1 million view up at the top of this one. So Al-Ain kind of is a bit of a peninsula sticking out from Abu Dhabi. It kind of surrounds an oasis. That's why it was so prized back in the day. Still is. There's still an oasis. There's an aquifer they pull water out of. But that's pretty right there. Most of the drinking water they get is now from desalinization plants. Look at that. That's something, isn't it? It's a nice view there too. Now, if Arlene was riding along with me right now, she'd be very upset. She'd be like, you need to pay attention to the road. Because, you know, all of a sudden the car could go flying over the cliff on its own. So I've got to pay complete attention. Can't look around at all. She used to make me chuckle. She always gets nervous because she knows I like to look around. So yeah, it's hard to believe. 6 years ago, Will, now we're here driving up this thing. Look at 2015. Stops on the way to the top here, but it's Eid holiday, so the roads have been pretty empty and nobody's been out and about. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, so we've already dropped 2 degrees here. You can see probably gone up about 1,000 feet, maybe 2,000 feet. So the country of Oman is, we'll see that up at the top as well. So this is right up against the border of Oman. We can actually look over and see into Oman. Oman's not quite as blessed with oil riches, I guess. Not quite the oil reserves that the UAE has. Which is interesting. They're right next to them, but William did a study abroad with the Navy. The Navy actually sent him over to Oman the summer of his junior year, and he spent 8 weeks, I think, over in Oman in Muscat. I think that's where he was, Muscat. And he liked it very much. He said the people were super friendly. He said it was kind of funny. He was riding along in a cab one day, and the cab driver started listening to some Jerry Reed of Smokey and the Bandit fame. Some of his old stuff, radio, he was listening to it. Small world. Good old Jerry Reed. And he spent 8 weeks doing that, came home, and then he went to Jordan for a semester to study with his school, because he was a Middle Eastern Studies major, and he did a study abroad, lived with a couple of different families, while he was over there for a whole semester. So that's very cool. So I know he really cherished that experience. I think we're almost, we got a couple of more twisty turns to the top. So we've been going about 10 minutes here. Almost to the top. Yeah, shoo. Already dropped 4 degrees. Now, as a pilot, I happen to know the standard lapse rate is 2 degrees per 1,000 feet. So, of altitude. So, 2,000 feet, probably. Getting close to 3. I don't feel... Oh, look at that. Did you see that? Oh, yes. Some crazy driving. Yeah, I don't feel winded at all, like we're up at some extreme altitude. I don't think it's very high. It's probably maybe 5,000 feet, maybe. Up. Let's see. Looks pretty high. Always got to be watching here in Abu Dhabi where you're driving. See, there's a hotel up at the top there. Actually, I think that's one of the palaces up at the top. Now, apparently they've got there's some old archaeological burial sites from the Bronze Age here. They call them beehive tombs. And down at the foot of the mountain. So apparently there's been people living here since the Bronze Age. Man, this is going to be something. Digging the cooler temperatures up at the top. Of course, now it's 38. So that's 6 degrees cooler than it was down at the bottom. We'll take anything we can get at this point in time. Of course, what's the difference between 44 Celsius and 38 Celsius? I know the answer is 6, but they're both hot. This one's like really hot. Like, want to lay on your couch all day and drink iced tea, hot. Don't want to do anything. There's people enjoying the view. I think we're almost to the top here. This has been a long and windy road. Some radio towers up there. That's kind of cool. I have to bring the Ravishing Mrs. Ritter up here. Hope you can hear all this talking I'm doing. I don't have my microphone. Yeah, that's somebody's palace over there. There is, I believe there is a palace up here. Yeah, there's a big rest area up here. We'll get out and take a peek. Show you around a little bit. Almost to the top. Hang in there. Look at that. That's pretty nice. Actually, is that the hotel or is that the palace? Good question. Look at that. That's pretty nice. Still up and up and up. Up we go. Still riding. We'll put the view, and I'll take a couple of pictures and put those as well. This is something else. Look at that. Isn't that cool? This is something else. Resting formation there. Just different color rock. I was thinking it was water, but I think it's just some different rock. Seven degrees cooler. Take all I can get. It's hot today. Made a separate video walking through the oasis in Al Ain, and yeah, that was hot. That was hot. It was a nice little breeze, and it's a little drier hot here than it is in Abu Dhabi. So, but you know, a dry 40 degrees Celsius is bad too. So here we go. There we go. The parking spot up at the top. So this isn't the tallest. This is the highest I could go, but looks like you can walk up there, up to the very top. You can see way up at the top there. See that? Looks like you can walk up. Well, I'm probably not going to do that. So let's get out and take a peek. This is just off the summit, just a little bit down from the top. It's actually really pleasant up here. It's warm. The sun's pretty intense, obviously, but it's got a nice breeze up here. It's really interesting. You can see where the water flows when it does rain. You get about 3 inches a year here of rain. You can see the towns off that way, I believe, is Oman. That's to the east. It's Oman. And it's just like I said, it's kind of a finger. It kind of protrudes a little bit into it's kind of a salient, I guess, or a little peninsula that into Oman, town of Al Ain. It's nice. Some nice puffy clouds there. You don't see that too often. So really nice here. Little tufts of grass growing. You can see that. Here's another view of, one more view from the top here of Al Ain. All around. Hope you enjoyed the drive and the view from the top. That's the tallest mountain in Abu Dhabi. It's a lot cooler up here, so I enjoyed the trip up. Cooler up the top, but not as cool as the air conditioning in the car, which I'm about to go back get into. So it is pretty. I can imagine years ago, before all this was here, people coming up to the top of this mountain just to kind of figure things out. I can imagine that very easily. I hope you enjoyed the trip, and we'll see you next time.